basically help you to carry out mathematical investigation and mathematical modeling. So doing the coursework will help you to understand more about mathematical process and application. Okay, the question are set by the Malaysian Education Council. Okay, so the coursework is in the form of writing a report after you carry out the mathematical investigation. Okay, so the content of the report is you have to have introduction, then methodology, result, and conclusion. Okay, and you have to there will be a viva after you submit your report. So this viva is to test your understanding, and then you can show your communication skill during the viva. So the assignments is written test for paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and paper 4 will be your coursework. Paper 1, 2, 3 is 80% in total. Coursework is 20%. Okay, so university program that require Maths T are basically computer science and engineering. So these are some of the university that require your Maths T, like UTM, they require Maths T, B minus, USM, B, UPM, C plus. So it depends on the different university and your different degree. Okay, so you can do software engineering, data engineering, bioinformatics, networking and system security, graphic software and multimedia for computer science. And degree in engineering, UTM. For UTM, you have to at least minimum B minus. USM, you must get at least B. So you can do, you can do dramatic engineering, civil engineering, mechanical, E&E, a lot more lah. There's a lot more engineering degree, not only in UTM, USM, but in other U. But this university, they need you to take Maths T. Okay. Okay, and then for USM, for dentistry, pharmacy, medicine, applied science, aerospace, engineering, biomedical, food science, dietitian, forensic, and so on. Anything that involve health science or life science, you need Mathematic T for USM, and you must score at least a B. Okay. So these are the past candidates' result of Maths T in SMK Limbanak. In 2015, we have 3 candidates, and 1 get C, 2 get F. In 2016, we have 4 candidates. We have 1 get B plus, 1 B, and 2 C. I think the B plus is doing engineering in one of the university. Okay. 2019, we have 7 students, right? 1 have C plus, two have C, two have C minus, one D and one F. And in 2020, we have only one student and he managed to pass with a C. Okay, so actually what kind of result you get is depend on you, how hardworking you are. Okay, and for this course, you need to have a very good calculator. If you don't have, you can buy the FX570EX calculator. If you have your old one, FX570MS, you can still use it. But if you want to upgrade, also is very good. Okay. So, is there any question that you would like to ask? No question? All clear? Okay, hello. Okay, for the last thing, I would like to share best practice for Maths T for a student. Okay, first, prepare before lesson. You can prepare by reading up or brushing up your basic before the lesson. Okay, and then R, reflect or review after the lesson. Review what you study, what you were taught. Okay, then ask. A for ask. Always ask if you are not clear of something. Don't leave it accumulated until at last you don't know what to ask. Okay, C, complete your work and assignment on time. Okay, must always complete your work. Okay, T, try solving using a few approaches before you ask the teacher for help. And I, important formula, facts, and notes should be written down and memorized. C, collaborate. Collaborate with your friends. Don't do your study alone. Okay. Collaborate with your friends. Okay. With those who take the same subject. You can collaborate with those who take Maths M for the first 3 chapter, because the first 3 chapter in Maths M and Maths T is the same chapter for the first sem, but Maths T has something more. It have trigonometry function. Okay. E. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Do more exercise. As many as you can. So these are the best practice for Maths T student so that you can get good result. All right. So if there is no question, is there any question, Ka? From the student? If there's no question, I will end this briefing. Is there any question?
Okay, Miss Aileen, thank you very much. The way I see from the chat, a few of the students, especially Celine, stated that twice already that no question, but I will also open this matter in the WhatsApp group for the science students. If you have any queries, please do put it up in the WhatsApp group, and all the science lecturers will be able to answer your questions or give you the solutions to whatever that is picking your mind. Yeah. So thank you very much, Miss Eileen. I guess we'll be moving to the next slots. I think which will be me.
Okay, so I will end my
Presentation.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. So the way I see it, there's a few science students here. I'm not sure whether Divyani is still here. Yeah, Maria Daviani is still here. Hailin is still here. Eldresa, Celine, and then Estelona is here. So thank you very much, Mary Daviani, for the chat. Okay, I'll be quick. I'm not going to slog in the Gmeet and may just use the time before our next slot, which is at 10, I think, after the recess. So I just use the time now just to present for the physics part. Yeah. So I'm not sure whether I can put it on slide. Yeah. Madam, Miss Eileen, can you confirm the slide is okay?
Yeah, in the first page.
Am I in the introduction now?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
No, you are not in the introduction.
So that's the problem with my slides at the moment. So never mind. I just use the normal presentation.
The sidebar.
Yeah. So good morning to all science students and as well as those who has switched to science social subjects. This is the Taklimat unit for physics, yeah, during the orientation. So for the introductions, I didn't confirm again, yeah, the introduction is on.
Yes, it's on.
Okay, thank you. So I will start with Tan Sri Ramon Baratnam quotes because I believe this is that should be inside every science students and all students' mind when they come into Form 6. Yeah. So I just read on the quote. Every day I do my best, and to God I leave the rest. I can't do better than my best, so then I'll settle down to rest. Okay, so another quote is very few men are wise by their own counsel or learned by their own teaching. For he that was only taught by himself had a fool for his master. This is very true from what Miss Eileen has just presented just now. It's about collaborating with your fellow students, with your fellow peers. You have to ask questions and not learn on your own. That you need someone to share the burden or to share the knowledge so that you will not have a fool for his own master. Yeah. So I'll go into physics advantages. Okay. Well, physics and maths T go along together actually. So it's more to the path of engineering. Yeah, it's more to the path of engineering. Here are some of the career path that you can do when you do physics. It's more to if you are into the Asasi part of universities, it's more to science physical. So we see here, most of it are in engineering. Uh, like if you see there, you have civil engineers, physicists, electrical engineers. Okay, you have material scientists. Okay, you have mathematical physicists, mechanical engineers. Uh, well, on the part of medical PhD, actually, that one is more to the physical parts of medic, where you learn about the apparatus. You dwell on the apparatus, yeah, because most of it associated to nuclear physics and reactor or some on the micro physics. Yeah. So hopefully you guys have you can Google this actually. It's always easy to Google and then see where your path if you're taking physics. Okay, just like the other papers, you will see that we have 3 semesters. So 960 is the code, is the subject code for physics, and the /1 is for the semester. So you'll be taking 4 papers for 3 semesters. So during semester 1, you will be taking semester 1 paper, semester 2, semester 3. The 960/4 are your courseworks for the 3 sems. Okay, are the courseworks for 3 sems. During sem 1, you'll be doing some experimentation, and then during the experiment, you will have your reports, and then we will give marks to the reports and send it to the MPM. So there are 4 papers, but actually you're going to sit for a writing exam is only for 3. Okay, for semester 1, semester 2, semester 3, you will have each sitting paper. Yeah. So what you will learn, the syllabus for semester 1 will be in the range of mechanics and thermodynamics. Yeah, and most of this just a continuation or the expansion of your STM knowledge of physics, but it dwells more into the micro part of it. What I mean here is when you learn in SPM, it is more to the macro parts, the bigger parts, or the general parts. When we go into Form 6, you are mostly going into the micro, yeah, to the micro. So the first one is just what you learn in mathematics and also in chapter 1 physics Form 4, which is physical quantities and units. But this is the most important part in the introductions of physics, because the quantities and units are very important in your writing exams. Even though if you have the correct process, but your units and your quantities are wrong in physics, then you will not get the desired marks. So in chapter 2, kinematics is more to, if you still remember, Newton's law F is equivalent to ma, yeah, or momentum. These are all in chapter 2 and chapter 3. So chapter 4, work, energy, and power, is just a continuation from form 3. Power is universal, or energy or work done is the rate of change. Power is the rate of change of work, and whatever work done is will be converted to energy. That one, that kind of uh, knowledge that you need to expand from form 5. Now comes the new part from chapter 5 until chapter 11. These are new to you. Circular motion, where you transfer kinematics, chapter 2, into, because kinematics are linear. Maksud dia sebarang pergerakan dalam bentuk linear atau garis lurus. So circular motion is motion that is in circle, atau pergerakan dalam satu bulatan. Okay, pergerakan dalam satu bulatan. And gravitation is more to Newton's law, but it is expanded into a micro part that you are relating it to the moon and the earth, planets between planets, and then you move it back into the micro parts, which are the neutrons, the atoms, and all the forces of attraction between particles. Statics, deformations of solids. This is just the beginning for kinetic theory of gases, because you need to know the physical parts of any solids or liquids to know the movement, where you dwell on it in kinetic theory of gases. Well, kinetic theory of gases and thermodynamic of gases is just the continuation of chapter 5 in SPM, where you learn heat, the expansion of the formula Q is equivalent to mc theta, if you still remember. Okay, and then heat transfer. So the three final chapters are interrelated actually. So that's semester 1. So semester 2, it is more to the dreaded part. Semua orang takut di sini, di mana ini adalah electricity dan magnetism. I know based on experience, most students will not like electricity when they deal with this in form 4 and form 5. But to tell the truth, the SEM 2 is actually easier to get through, because the formulations are just there to be used and to be used during the solving of the problems that you face in exams. It is straightforward. It's just the principle and the theoretical part that is hard. Yeah, it's not hard, but you have to have a good grasp of language to answer. So in semester 2, you have electrostatics, which is the continuation or the micro part of, if you see in the chapters before in SEM 1, gravitation, chapter 6 of SEM 1 and chapter 1 of SEM 2, which is chapter 12, are interrelated. Gravitation in SEM 1 is more to macro part, and then in semester 2, electrostatics is more to the micro part of gravitation. And then we learn about the components of electricity, which is capacitor, resistor, inductors in chapter 13, 14, 15, and 16, where you have the capacitors, how electric current passes through any circuits, and then when the circuits are supplied with direct current or batteries. You have Kirchhoff's law here, which is new, but very, very helpful in getting marks in your exams. Then you have magnetic fields, where if you still remember Faraday's law, Lenz's law from your chapter 4 of SPM in Form 5, yeah, magnetism, electromagnetism. So that one is magnetic fields, and it is combined with chapter 17 where electromagnetic induction. So electromagnetic induction, if you still remember, this one is related to there are Faraday's law and Lenz's law here, but you will be learning more of what an inductor is. So an inductor is just a piece of wire, but it will be able to store energy. It's just a solenoid, and it is mostly, there are a lot of electrical components that new to you in SEM 2. So alternating current circuits. Uh, if you ask your seniors about this, I think chapter 18, alternating current circuits, is the most, well, we can say hectic to learn, but easier to remember. Yeah, okay. So that's SEM 3. So SEM 2. So SEM 3 is oscillations and waves, optics, and modern physics. Just a continuation. Oscillations, you did learn about this in Form 5, but just a little bit. In wave motion, you learn about wave, but the wave motions here are more to the micro part again. Like sound wave, we learn about echo. The wave motion, we learn all the, not only on water waves, but we learn about sound waves, light waves, geometrical optics. This one is more to lenses, more to how you develop the lenses. Okay, wave optics is more to fiber optics, how fast it travels in a glass, sort of. Quantum physics and nuclear physics. Nuclear physics you also learned before, but this one also a little bit, going further into nuclear. Yeah. So quantum physics is more to the diagram of that side where the writing part of physics. Quantum physics is more to the atoms part. Yeah. So objektif mata pelajaran fisik, you can read on your own, is just mengaplikasikan pengetahuan dan kemahiran secara kritis dan kreatif. Okay? Menilai maklumat berkenaan sains dan teknologi dengan bijak dan berkesan. Well, to tell you guys, most physics question or Form 6 science questions are more to higher order thinking skills. You need to be able to associate. I'm not going to teach you maths, but in physics you need to have your maths key knowledge to solve or to prove any equation. Okay, so hopefully at this moment it's clear, no problem. If there's any, just give me a shout. I'll stop and answer question. Yeah. So for the exam, all writing exam, you have a time allocations of 1 hour and 30 minutes. You have 3 sections. Section A is objectives. You have 15 questions. It is compulsory for you to answer all. Please do not leave any questions blank. Yeah. So you have 15 objective questions. And most of these questions really need to have all your skills, where you need to be able to calculate, you will need to be able to memorize or remember the principles used, and then answer the questions. It's not straightforward, actually. It's not straightforward. I have to warn you, those who are taking physics, the answer in the objectives are not straightforward as you think in SPM. If we have straightforward questions, it has to be only 1 or 2, but the rest are all calculation or needing for you to apply your knowledge in the higher order thinking way. Section B, you have 2 structured questions. You have to answer these 2 structured questions, and both of these will give you 15 marks as well. Usually question 1 will be 8 marks, and then question 2 will be 7 marks, or vice versa. Then you will have section C, which are the essay questions. Okay, but there's no long answers in physics actually. Most of the essays questions are just proving and calculating. And then we will start by definition. That's the essay part. We will start by giving definitions of any principles or theories. And from that understanding of the principles, then we move to the formulation to show that what your theory or principles is correct, and then from there you answer calculation questions that are given, and then that's about it lah. So section C, there are 3 questions given. You can choose either 2. Okay, question 18, 19, 20. So most of the papers here from section A, B, and C are well spread out towards the syllabus. If you are in sem 1, let's say in sem 1 or in section A, most of the questions will be on all the 11 chapters. Yeah, and then section B, they will take 2 chapters, 2 different chapters, and then section C, another 3 different chapters. Usually there's no repetition in section B and C, but sometimes the questions in section C is a combination of 2 related subjects, okay, or related chapters. Yeah, so at the end there, I know the privilege that you have, the repeat papers. So usually I will tell students the repeat papers are just to improve your pointers. Yeah, it's not for you to fall back on saying that sem 1 I just leave it, I have ulangan, no problem. You have to try. You have to try your best during the first time. Yeah. So your assessment just like it's just the same as Maths T. That's the assessment. You have 26.67 for the first term, second term, and third term. The lab reports, the accumulated from the 3 terms, where you have you have 5 experimentation reports for SEM 1, 5 experimentation reports for SEM 2, and another 3 experimentation for SEM 3 with a project in SEM 3. So all these will be 20%. Okay, 225 marks scaled to 20% max. So if you see there, from first term, second term, third term, plus the lab reports 20%, you will have 100%, well, more or less on around there. So that's your marks or your scheme of assessment. So just a little bit of advertisement. Okay, you see there, Rowan Atkinson, aka Mr. Bean. So I think P1R will deal with Mr. Bean in the form of the class teacher, which is a little bit of goofy. So I'm the goofy part. So if you're taking physics, I am very goofy. So I put a lot of jokes. I put a lot of play in the teaching. But to be true, Rowan Atkinson is an intelligent guy as well, Mr. Bean. Most of you know that he is an engineer by trade, yeah, and he holds a few masters in his life. So that's the most famous face of physics, Mr. Albert Einstein. To tell you the truth, I do not look like him. Okay, he's much more handsome than me. Okay, so this is a little bit of my profile. Okay, so my name, my age. Well, there's a few error on the age. So status, unfortunately, are not available. Yeah, for the 5 princess that is in my class. I'm the father of 3 beautiful bees. Okay, that's me, the goofy part of me. Right. That's the history. I'm Penampangits by birth. Okay, from I took my primary in St. Joseph. I went to Smash. I went to a few to get my degrees. So working experience by trade. I'm an electrical engineer. Okay, that's why I did my degree there. By trade, I was working in the manufacturing side before. Okay, I have 10 years working experience in the manufacturing, and then I went into teaching. So that's my first school in the interior. Okay, and then the periods of teaching, well, you have to go through with this. So that's the coursework that I have given out just now. Okay, 5 experiments, 3 experiments, 15 marks for each paper. At the end of the assessment project, marks, 30 marks for the project paper. So this is how the lectures will go on. We will have answer questions, we have a presentation, we have lab works, yeah. But all in all, my teaching will be like this. Usually my lectures will be like that. If you go and ask your seniors, it will be the whiteboard in front of you will be as such. It will be filled to the brim. Okay, books for the students. I've already given out to you, Madam Miss Eileen as well, given in the WhatsApp group. So more quotes. Okay, so as I get older, I realize being wrong isn't a bad thing. Like they teach you in school, it's an opportunity to learn something. So it's not wrong, like Miss Eileen said, to ask and ask and ask. We will not scold you for being wrong. We want you to be shown the right path. Yeah, and finally, this one is the most important thing as well. Applied to all Form 6 students, we need you to ask questions because a scholar is not the one who gives the right answers, but he who asks the right question. Okay, so Claude Levi-Strauss is an engineer, a structural anthropologist. So thank you very much. That's about all. Hopefully, I'll go back to the GMeet. So any questions, please put up in the chat. Yeah, if there's any questions, even to the other science students, let's say you want to come back to the science classes because you will be listening to biology and chemistry after this, and then you like or you want to have a taste of what pure science classes are, you are most welcome, no problem. I have 5 waiting beautiful princesses in the class at the moment. So that's about it. So for the other students who are in here, Siti Suhailin, Divyani, Estelona, Eldressa, and Celine. Do you have any questions at the moment before I leave for my TPU 1A class? Just put it in chat or just acknowledge. If not, maybe I will leave this floor to Sir Nordin or Madam Flavia because I do have class after this. Thank you, Celine, for the chat. All clear. No questions from Eldressa. Thank you very much. Hopefully, Divyani also there. Celine. Hopefully, all the princesses will bear with a very goofy class teacher. Yeah. Estelona, thank you very much. No questions since you guys are waiting for the biology part and the chemistry part. Said me. Okay, I leave the floor to if Sir Nordin is here or Madam Flavia. Or Miss Eileen, can you take the floor before we go to recess or something?
Hello, me? ni ah. Okay lah.
Okay, Miss Irene, I need to go. Yeah, I have class with Pusat A. So since there's no question from the students, so no problem. I think we have recess. I think until 10 o'clock. I'm not
Oh, we
sure.
have recess until 10?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't seen the.
Who's
No,
the
9:30. I think 9:30 will be Madam Fung. I think so.
Who's
We
the
will
next one? Oh, 9:30.
let's see.
I think we have a break now, right? From
Yeah, we
9
have
to
a break at
9:30.
9. Yeah,
So we'll have a break first. So we resume at 9:30.
that one will be bio.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so thank you very much to all
Okay.
students for
Yeah,
your time.
thank you. Yeah, thank
Alright.
you.
Okay, bye.